the nation of France is once again in dire problems. Let's see if we can fix that. Oh dear God, it's worse than I thought. Okay, so the person who sent this in writes, I was holding the Germans fine until Italy came into the war. I wasn't prepared for it, I didn't have enough troops to cover the border. And we got ourselves here. Yeah, I can tell. So the person sent this in also doesn't have any DLCs except Battle for the Bosporus. That's not a good pick, my dude. It's just not a good DLC. That does explain why the French focus tree looks the way that it does. Unfortunate. I would recommend getting La Resistance if you like playing as the French. They're getting a nice juicy upgrade there. It looks like we've lost most of France. We have the Maginot, so yay. Army's kind of tiny. On the upside, we did take Sardinia, hooray, and the North African coast. So that is a slight beacon of hope. Britain has committed to not committing to the European continent, as one would expect. Okay, so let's start going over things.
You both should be in here instead of me.
Someone's acting awfully aluminum.
Leela, my sweet, I've come to save you. I have a devious plan.
Oh, great. Captain Moron has a plan. Why don't you tell it to Wingus and Dingus here?
Wingus, Dingus, listen up.
A little late to be investing in metropolitan France now. I'd say this is the time to... There's nothing good in here. Okay, guess we're investing then. Obviously, we're going to take the financial expert. Consumer goods always must go down. And we're going to go up to war economy. We'll hold on to the rest of the political power because I have some picks to make down here. One little thing. The division attrition guy is almost always worthless. You never... well, really want to pick him. Got the chief of the army offense. Yes, Gamelin for the win. I think he gave up. Let's work on the industry. Want to be pumping out guns. By a little more, I mean a lot more industry. And I'm going to put a little bit of effort into improving the artillery. We would very much like to have another research slot, but both of those are down here. So what are we making? Guns. Guns are good, but we don't need that many. Let's make some infantry support equipment. Let's make some artillery. I don't want light tanks in 1941. We're going to need trains, and we are most definitely, considering the situation, going to need towed anti-air. Actually, quite a lot of it. We've lost the air war. Let's make better infantry equipment. I know that we've hit the efficiency cap, but we have a stockpile so we can afford it. We are lacking towed artillery, but I would like to make better towed artillery. Okay. Navy, I don't want to make subs. I definitely don't want to make these terrible ships. I'm going to finish up what's in the queue and then never look at the Navy again and just keep making convoys. That's production sorted out. Officer Corps, we have a little bit of army experience. You have gone superior firepower. I applaud this. I don't actually hate this. I would like to grab more of these doctrines, but I have the option here to add spirits of the Academy, Army, and Division Command. You don't have this because you were playing without DLC. It's fine. Relief of Command, really good if you're Democratic Nation. It makes your advisors cheaper, give you a lot more army experience. Division Command here, considering the situation we're in, and static warfare is good, but only if you can get the entrenchment. So I'm going to go with flexible organization. And then bold attack so that our generals level up to have more attack. Anyway, let's stop all attacks and get rid of the front lines. They are not quite where I want them to be. Now, word of advice. You're trying to hold these two tiles, and then you're not holding this tile. What you're doing here is effectively throwing these 3 divisions away. Yes, there's level 7 forts there. Congratulations. They're not defending anything, so why hold them? This is a good defense position. Amiens is defended by the river, and then immediately south of it are forests. Now, what we want to do is buddy up as close to the river here as we can. You've given up too much of France. The river here is pretty good. Unfortunately, Tours is lost, so they have supply. We have a possible supply issue, though I think we'll still be okay. Over here, we still hold the Maginot. We're going to split that army off into its own thing. These will be the brave souls left behind under Gaston Ribilot. Navy, I see you have a massive... it's all subs. So, word of advice. Never put submarines in with the main fleet. Because the main fleet is not super fast, like 29 knots. Battleships are actually pretty fast for a battleship. 21 knots. Submarines are super slow. 16, 15 knots. A navy will move as fast as its slowest vessel. So always try to get the slowest ones out. So we'll do the submarines off on their own. We'll use the Navy to shield the English Channel and Bay of Biscay from naval invasion using Strike Force. The Med is someone else's problem. Britain is in the Med, so it should be fine. And I can always put my submarines in the Mediterranean to really mess things up. Over here, we still have 10 divisions wrapping up in Tobruk. Once we take Tobruk, I'm taking these 10 divisions, railroading them all the way to Casablanca, and then shipping them across to Lorient or Nantes. France needs its sons at home. Air Force might as well not exist. So you have fighters, but you're not making any, so these are just going to get lost. So we're going to turn off their orders. There's not enough of them to really make an impact, so just bring everybody home. Most likely we're going no air just because of the current situation. Let's see, there's also Greece here. Greece should hold for a while. There is Yugoslavia, that's gone. Yeah, it's just going to be us against the might of the Axis until Stalin decides to step in. Officer Corps roles. Again, let me know in the comments exactly what DLC this is part of, but let's just walk through it. So, we have a military based on infantry right now. Unfortunately, Military High Command does not offer an infantry expert. All we have in the way of army bonuses is Philippe Leclerc for Special Forces, nice for your Mountaineers, and Hunziker for Division Attrition, which is honestly kind of useless. What we do have is generals. And one of our better generals is currently promoted to Field Marshal. Congratulations. Jean de Lattre de Tassigny. We show leader details. It says he's an infantry leader. He has enough experience leading infantrymen. This unlocks the Military High Command role, Infantry Specialist. We go to Officer Corps roles. Mouse over this. We can make him an infantry specialist. It's really cheap. 5 command power. Click that. Bada bing, bada boom. It means I can hire him now in Military High Command. He's now available here on the cheap. He gives us a slight boost to our infantry. Slight, but not unimportant. What is also very nice, as this guy levels up, that trait is going to improve. You can see how this goes here. It will level up quite nicely. We have others here as well. Alphonse Juin, he can be an army regrouping specialist. Gives you more division recovery rate, meaning that if we click that, assign him as well. We can fire Hunziker, don't like him anyway, and replace him with Alphonse Juin for army regrouping. What is army regrouping? Organization recovery, meaning a unit that has been pushed out of the battle and is retreating because it no longer has organization will recover that organization more quickly, meaning it can then return to the battle and continue on holding the line much more efficiently. Brigade Coloniale, you've turned this into your elite special for... word of advice. You're trying to do something with light tanks. Now, light tanks have only one real benefit once you're past level like 1939, 1940, and that is their speed. Their speed is completely negated by integrating them with infantry. Now, there is something called a Space Marine template you could make based on infantry with armored support, making them very difficult to be pierced. That only works with big fat tanks. Light tanks don't have enough armor to affect that. If you want to do this, you want to integrate something like a heavy tank with a lot of armor in it to make that trick work. Considering our current situation, I don't think offensive units are really going to be viable immediately. And I would like to base my offensive units on Mountaineers because Mountaineers can double dip in terms of their bonuses. And basic infantry, the poor bloody infantry, will be based on this template. A nice block of 9 infantry battalions. Artillery support, it's cheap, very cost effective. We add engineer companies so that these units get entrenchment and some defensive bonuses. And they come apparently with cavalry recon unless you attach it. I'm not sure if they do or if this is new. This is fine for movement bonuses. Helps shuffle them around, certainly. Unfortunately, we have a bit of an equipment deficit right now, and I'm going to remove that just to put these guys on a budget. And we're going to turn the entire thing, except for the Mountaineers, into that base infantry unit, Division d'Infanterie. Now, in terms of organizing this, so you have a lot of generals with like 2, maybe 3 divisions attached to them. Pick the best generals you have. So the highest level, best defensive, and put as many troops under their command as you can, just to get the most out of their stat points. Available special projects. Would love to. Don't think I can afford it right now. I will make these for the meme. Let's hire a military theorist, Henri Giraud. Cheaper land doctrines, we're still going to need some. Let's pick him. And that gives me 50 political power I could use on desperate defense. And after that, we'll see what we get. Garrison template you're using for occupied forces is a brigade coloniale. Not the best idea. So, little trick for garrisons. The only thing that really matters for garrisons is the cost per division. You want to get the cheapest one. In theory, the most optimal thing is a specially designed light tank, and with the current rebalancing, a specially produced, I believe, armored car. We're not going to do any of that. I'm going to keep it as simple as possible. Design a new division. Add 1 horse to this. Mobile battalions, cavalry, boom. Go here, occupied territories, select the horse. It is the cheapest way of providing garrisons. We also have a lot of stuff that has high compliance. High compliance stuff doesn't need a harsh law to govern them. You can get away with civilian oversight or even local autonomy in most places. Oh, now to unpause and see what we can salvage from this, because people keep sending me French saves that are just so bad. All right, also slow the game way down. Let's go. All right, over here, I want to pin this in place. I want to retake the river. Essentially, it is much easier to defend a river than it is to defend literally anything else. All right, if I can get into this tile before the Italians send in a fresh unit, that will be... Ah, damn. Almost had stonks. Reinforce that battle. Push, 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 push. Okay, I'm going to delete the front line for a little bit, just so I don't have the AI draw funny new ones. I could potentially, if I was really feeling frisky, retake that tile as well. It's a plains tile. It's not ideal, but it does move the front line away from Paris a little bit. If we can get to the river, we have a much better defensive position. Fortune favors the bold. You have to put a little risk into it every now and then. All right. Over here, we finished the war, or the fight for Tobruk. Move in the fastest way possible to Casablanca. And from there, I want to ship them over here to Brittany, because we need to reinforce the main front. Oh, reminds me, construction. We're not building anything. We're going to change that, and we're going to be building a lot of things. Mostly every single military factory we can, and potentially some infrastructure after, because infrastructure means we get a little bit more steel out of the provinces. Come on, take that tile. Oh, they're funneling more troops in. Yeah, our inability to pierce the enemy tanks is proving to be a bit of a... Oh! It's done. All right. Hold that. And now we're going to redraw the front line. So from Nantes all the way through there to Amiens. And then these guys here hold Amiens and that forest tile. That gives us a nice continuous front line, mostly on the river. Also, the Maginot here still serves as a massive distraction. The fortifications here will hold. The divisions have enough supply just from the local victory points, so they should be able to hold these enemies at bay for... well, pretty much indefinitely. The British want to send us expeditionary force. I'll take your 19 divisions, Churchill. I'll assign them to a general and then ship them into mainland France as well. That's actually really good. That's the first time I see the UK actually do anything useful. Frontline is stabilizing. Oh my god, we're getting pummeled. Look at this. Yes, we're shooting down something with anti-air. Close air support is... the king of the battlefield. Anyway, this is all fine. Let's train up a couple of extra divisions. Okay, we can get about 18 divisions queued up. It's gonna have to do. Hope we can hold. This tile might actually have been a mistake. Yes, it's on the river line, but it can be attacked from 3 tiles, and it's just plains. It would be real fucking great if these guys could just hurry up, because I'm in trouble. Yeah, I've lost this tile. Plains tiles are just so hard to hold on to. It's real pain in the ass. And it does look and feel like I might actually not hold this. No, they've lost Metz. Oh, now I'm McAngry. I'm McFurious. I still don't understand why. Where's your army? It's 1941. You barely have an army. How? Why? We have 1 million men in reserve. Why are they in reserve and not in the field? All right, looks like we're going to lose these 2 tiles. So I'm going to put these units under a new general. Freidenberg will do. and we're gonna hit last stand. This is a cheaper way of using this ability. It scales its command power cost based on the number of units, and for the next 7 days these units cannot retreat, but they will be taking fighting strength damage. So men and equipment will be burned for the glorious benefit of not retreating. All right, where can it take this? We'll duplicate it. We'll call it INFAA, so I know it has AA in it. Let's give it a nice little tower symbol. I will integrate support anti-air into this type of unit. And slowly, over time, we're going to switch the divisions. Can we afford the cost? One division we can change over. Wow. Dear God, I am becoming the big sad today. I thought, oh, this looks easy. I can probably fix this. I've seen worse France games. I was not prepared. We're gonna lose this tile as well. I simply don't understand how people... the game is, what, 8 years old? Almost... No, it's about 10 years old now. This is not a new concept for Hearts of Iron 4. Don't let this happen to you! Do something with your Air Force! And if you're not gonna do that, do something about the enemy's Air Force. Build anti-air, for God's sake! And Churchill, get your troops into France! Alright, the British forces are also coming in, so once they arrive, at least that should definitely up my combat potential. It's just a couple of tiles that are really struggling. And I do mean really struggling. Is this one here? It can be attacked from way too many sides, and it's like super exposed. And this one up here near Amiens, it's a forest tile with river coverage, but again, it can be attacked from 3 sides and under complete red air. It's getting destroyed. Bastards. All right, metropolitan France. I guess I'll just invest in the rest of this stuff. Oh, we lost the tile. All right, it's just one tile. It's just one tile. It's fine. If we can hold near Amiens, that'll be far more critical. All right, British army is arriving. Integrate them into the main line. And I hope to God Churchill doesn't pull them all out, because that would be bad for business. A little bit more and I can force deploy more men. Ah, the Maginot! Yeah, like, even with the Maginot defenses, the amount of firepower they're putting down, just shame. Anyway, let's keep switching people over to the AA template. Lord knows I don't have the AA for it, but hey, wishful thinking. It does look like things are stabilizing, at least on the main front. The Maginot's fucked. This is gone. So now the Germans have the state, meaning there goes my Stiel and all the factories in that place, which is a bit of a shame. A lot of losses. Germans lost so much though. Just trying to bash their heads through here. They've thrown lives away. Another 18 fresh recruits off the line into the fires of battle, onto the anvil of war, I guess. Yeah, it looks like they're pummeling the final remains of our defenses in the Maginot Line. Nothing could withstand that kind of air power. Let's see if I can queue up a couple of these. Just make a massive equipment deficit wherever we can. So guns and anti-air. And let's see if there's people out there. Oh, no. You didn't give Turkey Hatay? There's no point to holding on to Hatay. Hatay is terrible. Well, it's not terrible, but it pisses off Izmit. Turkey is an excellent source of equipment. Turkey and Iran, because they're non-aligned, but they have a relatively large industrial base for their size, meaning they spend a lot of time making guns and not a lot of time in war spending guns, meaning they tend to have large stockpiles. Those large stockpiles mean, as most countries, you can go up to them, improve relations a little bit, I'll have to do it with Iran, and then ask them for all of their stuff. And they will send you thousands upon thousands of guns and other assorted bits. I guess we can ask Spain as well. Fortunately, it's Republican Spain. It is sort of stabilizing now that the British and French extra reserves are in. That's a lot of divisions though. And I still need to counterattack at some point. I don't think I want to use the light tanks to do it, because these are not not necessarily great tanks. I could maybe leverage them for like a small tank push. Who knows? There go the last brave defenders of the Maginot Line. Gaston Ribilot, you have served well. Unfortunately, this is the end for your troops. This makes me sad. I need guns. Can someone sell me some guns? Iran. I need to get this up to 40. And then they might be willing to sell me something. Yeah, we've just lost another tile. It's gonna be a nightmare. Oh, I don't think I can retake it either. Oh, this is not good. Why? Why do people hand me the saves that look like this? And expect me to save it? Oh, Iran, sell me guns. Alright, now Iran will donate guns. The opinion is high enough. And for these guys, they're sending me 1,000 guns every month. That's cool. Do they have anti-air as well? I'm gonna request it. Let's see. The Spanish will keep sending me the guns they already were, and then they'll add a slight trickle of anti-air. 58, it'll do. And Iran will send me a one-time donation of 4,600 guns. I'll take it. And we're still getting a small shipment of guns from India every day, from the Raj. Oh god, we're gonna lose this tile, aren't we? Go, defend that. Oh, we're just being pushed further and further and further. The air power is eating us alive. With the loss of the Maginot and Alsace-Lorraine, the lack of steel is really not very favorable. We're running out of convoys as well. We're using a whole lot of convoys to get reinforced, well, equipment. I'm gonna have to simply not make these ships. They're just too damn expensive currently. But at least we've retaken one tile and the rest of the line is greenish. Don't fail me now. Where is my industry? Oh my god, we don't even have... civs are gone. We have 21 civs. Actually, we have 12 civs. We get 7 from trade. Brother, you've not built this up to be as reliable as you'd like it to be. But it's okay, it's okay. I'm not mad at you. I'm just annoyed at the game. Hey, the Belgian Expeditionary Force. That's gonna change everything. You head over to mainland France as well. Britain. What can you do for me? Request Lend-Lease. Gib gun? Yes. Also Gib convoy. Yes. Alright, it'll give me 30 convoys and about almost 4,000 guns. I'll take it. Alright, we've retaken another tile. Glorious. Alright, wherever they've exhausted themselves trying to attack me, I'm gonna counterattack. See if I can nudge them back one step at a time. I'd fallen back as far as I'm willing to fall back. There is no further retreating anyway. If I could take Orléans, that would be great. I think that would give me control of Centre. There might actually be some stuff there that I can use. Okay. Fuel is running out. I'm gonna turn my submarine fleet back into port. I'm using a bit of fuel because of all these UK tank divisions that are currently in the field. Let's give this guy Logistics Wizard. It's usually a good plan. Greece wants to send me guns as well. I guess, please. I'm getting all my stuff again. Most of the convoys were being used, ferrying in, I assume, guns from Iran. Now that those guns from Iran have arrived, things are looking up. I could go for another round of begging, I suppose. It just keeps happening to me every time I feel, oh, okay, I'm a little more secure. A little more secure. Okay, maybe I can inch up. Nope. I've lost the tile again. I'm gonna lose this tile again, and I lost this tile. It's just it doesn't stop. Losses are mounting. Equipment's being burned faster than I can bring it into the country. I am not having a good time right now. You know what? I don't need these light cruisers. I simply don't need them. I'll finish that one up, but I don't. Nor do I need the Dunkirk battlecruiser. My fleet's fine. It's also irrelevant. But the result of the enemy air force going elsewhere does mean I have a brief respite to hopefully solidify the front once again. Greater Hungary, my ass. The Netherlands and Belgium are calling back their expeditionary forces. Thanks a lot, boys. Appreciate it. And I do believe the Japanese are justifying against us. You know what? We're gonna go here, occupy territories. And we are releasing the nations of Cambodia, Republic of Vietnam. There we go. Now, I don't have to garrison that place, and they can sort that stuff out themselves. Anyway, breakthrough. Yes, more fast production. We're going to need a lot of it. No, firepower. Always need bigger booms. Oh, the US wants access. Yes. Please, FDR, save me. All right, we have another massive lend-lease arrive from the UK. We'll take their guns, give them to our troops, and hold the line. At least that will allow us to soldier on for a little bit longer. I need to get these mountaineers kitted out, because right now they're just not it. Alright, it does look like the freedom train's coming to Europe. As much as I hate to admit it, A little bit of US help would be very welcome right now. I am truly bleeding out. That's a million men gone. Now, I have killed 2.6 million Germans and almost 1 million Italians in this holding action. I've got all these armies fully decked out. Now, half, maybe a third, maybe a quarter of this army is British troops, but for the majority, this is pure-blooded Frenchmen dying for the cause, as they should. Not one white flag in sight. I have converted my mountaineers into the shock troops I intend to use, so this template... Is it perfect? No, it's a 30 with mountaineer-based attack division. It has a lot of soft attack. It benefits from both infantry upgrades, your basic focus tree, as well as the special forces focus tree. It does a lot of damage, but it's nowhere near optimal. However, considering the circumstances we're in, this will do. I don't have the industry for trucks, or tanks, or air. Engage the enemy, do the damage. So we're reducing the enemy's air superiority bonus by 8.4%. It's not huge, but it's significant enough for me to do it. Got a nice amount of soft attack. Yeah, we can use these mountaineers to start pushing, taking Orléans. Unfortunately, I'm having trouble reinforcing Orléans. Training 5 more, but artillery is a bottleneck. Oh, for God's sake. I think I got reinforced memed off the tile. It's giving me an aneurysm. The weight of numbers Germany is just throwing at us is not cool. I have 130 division. This doesn't feel like I'm anywhere close to troop parity with Germany. I'm getting pummeled. They've got like 10, 15 divisions on every tile, and I am not holding. I need to drive them back to their side of the river, because I need that room to breathe. And the industry is really slow to pick up, mostly because we still have the Matignon agreements. Alright, good news. I was able to utilize domestic film industry. That got war support up, and with war support that high, stability also goes up. Puts me over 60%. Now I can spend 50 political power, revoking the Matignon agreements. This fixes consumer goods, this fixes factory and dockyard output, but it does hurt us with a 10% stability hit. I got more of my mountaineers deployed. We're up to 8 now, and we're trying to inch forward one step at a time. Was able to take a couple of tiles here, was able to push them back to the river there. Apparently the French fleet is just that bad. They got completely trounced by the German fleet of all things. So, yep. The Axis have naval superiority in the Bay of Biscay, because Britain didn't put its fleet out there, and my fleet is still repairing. They'll be able to land troops in Brest, and I will have nothing in position to stop them. Everything I have is committed to the fight. They're pinned in position. They're not able to quickly redeploy. This is gonna end up killing me. The manpower is also all gone. We're gonna have to last stand these guys so I can contain that. Oh, this always comes at the worst possible times, doesn't it? Oh, God. Throw them back into the water from which they came. I've lost 2 tiles up there, but the rest is holding. Please, just make it stop. I'm out of men. Alright, crisis averted somewhat. And those mountaineers are not just my offensive unit, they're my reserve. This tile's gone, so Paris is once again oh my God, they're gonna have a clean shot at Paris. Barrage of Germans on my front. They're not easing up. The combat never ends, and it's just, oh, it's not fun. They just have so many units and nothing else to do with them other than just throw them at this narrow front line in France and not even look at the Soviet Union. It makes sense. I wouldn't attack Stalin either in this position, but you know, maybe Stalin could, you know, and it happened again the moment I redeployed my troops. They landed more garbage. That's several of my ports stolen out from under me. Let's see if I can at least get this contained as well. So, we've managed to push back all the way to here. That's just leaving Lorient. The reason I haven't took it is because I'm trying a little trick here. Yes, it's referred to as port cheesing, but for those of you who don't know, you basically surround one of your ports that the enemy took at some point with a bunch of troops, but never actually storm the city. They'll bring fresh divisions in, and those divisions will arrive relatively weak with low organization. The moment they arrive, you pause the game, you order an attack. Your units will engage them and very easily destroy them because of how weak they were. And then immediately after that battle, you halt the game again, pause it, press H, and stop your units moving in. You do this over and over and over again, and you will wipe out vast portions of the enemy's troops. It's cheesy. It's not very popular. To that I say, I don't care. I just want to win. One step at a time. One step at a time. But we're actually moving forward again. It's not glorious, but it will suffice. Trying to inch my way to other victory points and supply hubs. If I can get to Troyes or Troyes, this here. I've been locked into my own front lines for far too long now. It's still difficult though with red air. We're mitigating the damage, but we're by no means neutralizing the damage the AI can do to us. And we're having trouble piercing their tanks for some reason. They're really shit tanks. Oh, good God, they're punishing me for this, but I think I'll be able... Alright, got Troyes, but that's not enough to get Champagne. And I have the local supply hub here if I can quickly connect it with a small stretcher railway. Good. I don't have any civs. No, I'm pretty much civved out. We're just gonna have to retake France to be able to, you know, leverage the resources of a France. Well, if you're gonna move troops, I'm gonna exploit that. Go, 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 go. Go around them. Pressure Dijon. Multiple angles. If I can push them off. We have Bourgogne. That's 50,000 men into my coffers. Let's queue them up as well. Alright, so that's lovely. Ooh, that looks like a tiny D-Day. It's not going to do much, but it might distract the enemy long enough for us to make some moves. Let's try to push up to Reims from here. It would give us another province that's fairly well populated. I don't think I'm at risk of losing Bourgogne, so I'm going to free up that manpower for reinforcement. We need it. Yes, now we push one tile at a time. There's no longer 15 divisions on every single tile the Axis holds, so I can at least move forward. And now we concentrate our firepower, blast our way through the plains here, and make a nice trip to Reims. Mountaineers widen the gap. Yep, that's Reims, so we have Champagne again. Not a lot of factories here, unfortunate. That does give us another opportunity because apparently there's no supply for the enemy in this region. In that case, we're going to push up through here towards there. Yeah, lines are getting thicker again. A lot more air power suddenly being deployed here. I think we blew our chances. If I had the lights up there right away, I could have driven through several of those open tiles, but we'll see. Just got to make sure we don't lose any of the things we just retook. That will be pretty awful. I had higher hopes, I'll admit. I had higher hopes for these Mountaineers. They're not performing quite as well as I would have liked them to, so it's a bit up to service by requirement. Don't like it. Might be able to turn it off later, but right now I need men. Oh, I'm looking at one hell of an encirclement opportunity. I can either take this tile, or go for broke, and head to, like, Dunkirk, or maybe take this tile, and think, oh, it's just so much that we could potentially encircle here, but I can't be greedy. If I'm greedy, I'm gonna overextend. Don't want that. Let's just bask in what we've recovered. Hey, the Allied Air Force also showed up, so we're no longer being bombed to smithereens. We can actually move relatively freely. Hell yeah! Ah, that is the most French thing you could imagine. Oh, 3 years, if not, no, 3.5 years at war. Millions dead. Bleeding. Dying, sacrifices untold, and at the point where it looks like the tide is shifting, we're gonna make it through this. Go on strike. Oh, I hate the French. We're gonna be pinning these divisions into place, slow down their retreat, whatnot, and we're gonna hit the tile up here, which we just have, and now we finish up these divisions encircled. That's 25 divisions in total we should be able to get encircled there. It's a nice start to things. That should also make this bottleneck no longer as threatening. Ah, gorgeous. That was, well, a lot of casualties there. They're apparently listed individually. Either way, that's a good start. We're going to see if I can get another naval invasion going. I have the seas once again. The Royal Navy has woken up and decided to choose violence. I will follow suit then. Oh, more strikes. Great. Well, we're ready to go, and in honor of these men's brave sacrifice, I have named each and every one of our special elite divisions after channel members. So if you want to see yourself become a channel member and support what I do, and potentially see yourself on the battlefield as one of the glorious elite of the Bitter Steel armies, feel free to press that button. And for now, let's look at these 9 brave men and women, these brave souls, and see what they do. Let's launch a naval invasion. Oh, there's 8 divisions on La Rochelle. You know what? Let's make this a force attack. We're pushing through this. If I can surround La Rochelle, it will still be okay. Surround it, move up there. You attack it, and then move up there. And we might be able to link up with the main front. We might actually be able to punch through entirely. Destroy the divisions there because they're now encircled. We should be able to overrun them. Now we have the mountaineers on this side, our elites, and we push. And we push hard. And encircle. Yes, so that is this bunch here encircled now. Use the basic infantry to finish that off. That is another solid day's work here. Now big land grab in the south before the AI can readdress its lines. Look at that. Total collapse of the Italian lines. Oh, getting pretty good vibes on this. Very, very good vibes indeed. Made it to Toulouse. Come on. We'll retake Bordeaux. Yes. Brilliant. We are actually back on the map, boys. This is it. And now the UK has declared war on Iraq. Oh, it also looks like that's it from Mussolini. Brilliant. Oh, and another accidental encirclement in the center here. Let us finish that off. We have so many factories suddenly. I love it. Yeah, the Italians are crumbling. Ironic. It was Italy that caused this. And now Italy is the weak link that will see this whole thing topple. Great, more strikes. So I just never get to have political power stability again, I guess. I'll just not do a focus for a while. Get some political power back. Yeah, I don't get to have an economy apparently either. So, you know, at the cusp of victory, that's when you go on strike and jeopardize everything. Right, that's what it means to be French, does it not? Let's make some big moves, and we might be able to reach Lyon and push down from the north to link up with Lyon. Right, we can get another fancy pants encirclement done up here. Couple of tiles we need to bust on through, and we'll have achieved another glorious encirclement. All right, that's a big pocket over there. Oh, coming back with a vengeance. This is what the disaster saves are all about. I so play for these moments when you know you've got it in the bag. Got him now, boys. We got him. That's like 35 divisions here. Yes. Now up here, I'm going to use my mountaineers to take as many of these mountain passes as I can. Make it as difficult as possible for Germany to come to Italy's aid in this situation. We've got them by the balls, but I don't want Germany showing up with reinforcements. Pretty much the only country in the Axis that's able to keep going despite severe losses is usually Germany. They've taken 8 million casualties. Their army is decimated after several of those encirclements, but they can keep going for a little bit longer. Italy cannot, so I'm going to do whatever I can to slow down and prevent the Germans from reinforcing the Italians. That should be Italy done for. You know what? I'm going to ask the UK for some control of some states. See if I can get Italy to flip to my puppet. Fall of Rome, vive la France. Yes. Go. Who got the puppet? Yay, we got the puppet. Sweet. Now let's finish this up. Let's make a drive for northern Italy, then set up some defenses in these mountains there, and focus all of our remaining energy on the Germans. That's even without Soviet involvement, so the Germans are a tough nut to crack without Soviet involvement. Solid front line over there. Alps are held, and there are some troops in this region who are very eager to liberate Switzerland. That gold? Yes, there's a lot of good money to be made here. I love money. Excellent opportunity to push through here to Basel, Bern, and then maybe Franche-Comté? Yeah, sweet. This way we can bypass the Maginot in the south and just push through Swiss territory. Link up near Besançon, Besançon, whatever that. Come on, a little luck. Give me a little bit of that good mojo. Come on, luck. That is another pocket created in the south. Honestly, I got plenty of men at this point. Might as well use the basic infantry for it. Attack! Oh, yeah, that's like 50, 60 divisions. Axis, German, Hungarian, Romanian. Once they're gone, that's what it's all about. These big encirclements is why we play the game, isn't it? So that was 500,000 manpower on that one tile. And they're gone, so that was 280,000 manpower. You know what? That's pretty neat. Well, I suppose we just start pushing now. Make line move forward. After all these years of suffering, the French people have cast off the yoke of Axis oppression, and now we exert maximum pressure. We're going to lose a lot of these battles, but eventually the weight of numbers is going to tell. Troop quality is higher. We have the air now. We have the numbers on the Germans as well. They're down to less than 120 divisions. We will break them. Oh, and that's another lovely jubbly encirclement that we will be able to clean up nicely. Yes, the facade has cracked, and now we can make sure the whole rotten structure collapses. Big push. Look at it. And I now have millions of Frenchmen willing to die for the cause. Guys, I'll be real. I don't think Steiner is going to get them out of this one. Here we are. 1.6 million losses, 40% contribution. We have killed personally, well, our armies have 6.9 million Germans, and we held the line. 2.3 million Italians. God, we went to town on the Axis. I'm a little surprised Stalin's not using the opportunity to come in and backdoor them. He could get some free land out of the deal. The fall of Berlin. French forces have successfully stormed the German capital. It is almost over. Complete and total well, we have to do Bulgaria and Greater Hungary, but really it's over. That's it. No more Germany. Just the little ones down here left, and then we can call it a day. It is done. It is over, and we can have a peace deal now to redraw the map of Europe in a way that I see fit. Let's quickly get that over with. And we have redrawn the map of Europe somewhat. We have achieved almost the natural borders at the Rhine, because, well, I couldn't do anything to Belgium or the Netherlands, but we have taken these provinces. Make France look a little weirder. We have also done unspeakable things to Germany, or the former state of Germany, which is now, yeah, yeah. And Poland made bank, because I have a soft spot for Poland. They got their, well, most of their stuff, I guess. Yeah, I think they got nice borders now. They got nice, lovely borders. The world is safe, and all we have to worry about is Japan, and I'm not going to Japan, but I could, because I also decided to take the remains of the German fleet. So anything from the Gneisenau, the Tippett, Scharnhorst, Bismarck, we have the fleets. We have the ships to take Japan out if we so chose, but I think we're done here. This disaster is saved. Gave me an aneurysm, and people, please defend France. I keep getting save files where there's less than half of France left. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to see you guys in the next one as well. Goodbye.